Today I'll be presenting one of my most efficient lower body workouts, focused mainly on quads and glutes. I usually start with the heaviest exercise when my energy levels are fresh and my focus is sharp. Going into back squats on the Smith machine, I always make sure to be properly centered and able to lift the weight with a straight back, using a split stance to properly brace myself. After I make sure my feet are placed in a stable and comfortable position, I start squatting. On each repetition, I focus to lower the weight using my legs, not my back, feeling stable through my heels and pushing hard against the floor every time I come up, always squeezing the glutes from the lowest point all the way to the top. I always try not to take long breaks at the top of the squats, because then the quads would lose all the beneficial tension. The only times I take a second breath of air and rest at the top is when I try to push for an extra 2 or 3 reps. After a nice couple of warming sets, I did 3 heavy sets of 8 to 10 reps, which felt really hard to do, but without breaking form. These were something. The following 3 working sets were a superset of squats and walking lunges. To be able to make the most out of this superset, I lowered the weights on the squat bar and focused on getting a nice pump on the lunges. Taking big steps allows me to feel both the quads and the glutes, but I must say the hamstrings are also getting a nice stimulation out of this. Next exercise was also a pairing between the leg press and machine kickbacks for a total of 3 working sets. For the leg press, I set the weight where I could do 12 to 14 reps. I placed my feet as low as possible without lifting the heels during my sets. The angle between the thigh and the calf should be as narrow as possible in order to fully activate the lower body muscles. I control the movement with each repetition. For that, the glutes are always firing up. Right after the leg press, I switched to machine kickbacks. It may look a bit weird, and I see people at the gym giving this machine the bad stare, but I assure you it's a great machine to use your glutes without the risk of using your lower back during the movement. This kind of exercise can also be done with free cables, but it is way more isolated on the glutes here, which is why I prefer it. For my second and third working sets, I added an elastic band during leg press. I find that it helps me stabilize my quads better, preventing the glutes from completely taking over the movement. There are some differences between the 45-degree angle and a horizontal leg press, and sometimes I switch from this one to the 45 degrees you see in the background. The most notable difference I can point out is the implication of quads during the movement. On this horizontal leg press, I tend to use my quads better. After 8 heavy sets, I used the drop set where I took out 2 plates and continued to do as many reps as possible with perfect form. I then went straight to the kickbacks, where I also went heavier barely doing 12 repetitions on each leg. It really burned my glutes. Final exercise for this routine was machine abduction. I find that sets of 20 to 30 reps works best to really use that mind-muscle connection, which is why I do 12 to 14 reps with my back completely straight against the chair, and then I immediately lean forward to target a lower area on my glutes and continue to do 12 to 14 reps. They are meant to feel heavy. When you do these exercises with your highest willingness and focus, and you're honest with the weights you can and should use, then this workout structure is one you could benefit from for months before making any changes. Thanks for watching.